Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1. We're going to be running the aspect of Beowulf, which we charge our cast, make a dash happen, and then where we land, a big AoE explosion happens with our cast. And we're going to be using the Ares Keepsake. I think my plan, if I recall, was I was going to try and set myself up for... That's overkill. Hold on. We'll do 2 levels of jury summons here, I think. So 2 levels of extreme measures, 2 levels of jury summons, and 1 tight deadline should be plenty.
Do your worst, Father.
We're gonna set ourselves up, hopefully with the Poseidon cast, and try to get the duo between Ares and Poseidon. But we will see how this plays out.
I sense that you have forged a greater bond with your instruments of destruction there, my kin. And that is very good, and may their altered forms serve you quite well.
Alright, let's see. Attack, yep. So I was looking for his attack, so that's perfect. And it's an epic boon, which is quite strong. Because now we can pretty reliably kill things with our basic level attack.
Hit me.
And excellent, a chaos to go along with this. We want either cast damage or attack damage would be fine.
You chose to visit me again within these darkest reaches of the earth, as I in turn now choose to offer you the means to alter your reality.
Fancy. Alright, attack does 36% damage, 16% more chance for them to be rare, or dash strikes deal more damage. We'll take the attack boon, but I cannot attack for the next 4 encounters. So that's going to be a little bit rough, but we'll make it work. We'll take the darkness for the HP up. Now, I am on day 2 of Jeff's week-long vacation, which is quite nice. I think it goes without saying, but I have been sourly in need of a vacation. Work has certainly been burning me out a tad. Ooh, gosh, the aspect of Beowulf has a pretty slow wind-up on its special, I have to say. It's fine, though. Not the worst. Certainly not the slowest aspect we've used, but definitely up there. Definitely up there as one of the slowest. Actually, can I actually maintain that statement? I mean, Rama charges up pretty slow, too, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so yesterday was quite nice. We just had a very chill day, hung out, did some house chores, but mostly just, you played a whole bunch of Legends Arceus, which has been a lot of fun to watch because, so I used to play competitive Pokemon, and I was at my most competitive kind of in the Gen 4 to Gen 5 range. So I spent so much time grinding things out in Gen 4. So and on top of that, I use a lot of Gen 4's, ooh, Zeus and Athena. Okay. I don't think I can do Erebus without taking damage, so I'm going to go for Athena here. We can either get her dash. Ooh, Kiwi, we could get Merciful End again. It won't be nearly as strong as it was last time just because of how slow the attack speed on this weapon is, but we could make it work, in theory. A shame you can't charge your cast into your special as well. That would make this even more fun, but I understand why they didn't do that, because that would probably be broken. Or just not as good as the attack because it would be harder to reliably land the hit if it only does the first hit. Like, it would only be useful for 1 hit out of all the bounces that the shield has, so it probably would fall off, especially relative to the attack. Anyway, so... Oh, 1 second.
The goddess Nyx has indicated you possess a list of prophecies from the 3 fates. I've such a list upon Olympus here. It seems to be connected to your own, as several prophecies already are fulfilled. Isn't it such an honor to urge fate along?
Maybe. Could also be concerning. Yeah, why don't we take her dash? Is there any other dash I would want? No, let's take Divine Dash. Maybe we can get ourselves a Merciful End build again. Not that that's going to be the focus of the build, but it doesn't hurt to have, that's for sure. We did not need this chamber, but I'll take it. +1 reroll is always welcome. And then Artemis or a mid shop. Artemis could work. We could go... I don't have any set up for Hunting Blades yet. I don't want her cast. I don't want her... I mean, I could make her cast. Ooh, you know, we could make her cast work on this build, now that I think about it. Ooh, I have to fight a mini-boss without my attack. Oh, and it's this one. That's going to be a little rough.
Come try me, sneak.
This is going to be a long fight. Not exactly the best scenario when we're on tight deadline, but it's only the first level, so I think we're fine. We can make it work. Thankfully, the shield does bounce after he teleports, so I can still hit him even if I miss the first throw, which is kind of funny. Alright, definitely not the fastest, but semi-effective nonetheless. There we go. And there's our Chaos Boon.
Hey Zagreus, that nectar you sent? Callisto and the nymphs and we popped it open recently, and it was really good. Had us positively frolicking about, so thanks.
She sounds happy. All right, so do I go cast or do I go special? Realistically speaking, the odds of me actually finding Poseidon on this run are not 0, but they're not guaranteed because I don't have his keepsake. I think I'll go the special for now, and then we'll see what... If I don't get Poseidon offered by the end of... by, let's say, Elysium, I guess I'll just go for her cast. Okay, but now I can use my attack, which is good, because I certainly could use that. I would very much enjoy using that, in fact. It's funny, I don't even need to charge up the cast right now because the base damage on this is so high. We did get it upgraded a little bit. Although I will notice, like, the AoE goes up on our shield bash if I have anything charged, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'm already feeling the strength on this shield. Woof. That's some good damage on the first floor, if nothing else. And gems, we'll take them. Alright, I have to be mindful. I've got 6 minutes left on this floor. Anyway, so what was I saying before I got distracted by all this jazz? This isn't jazz. This is a lyre. I don't know. Kind of guitar-y.
Idiots.
I don't know what kind of genre of music you'd actually tie that to being, but it doesn't really matter that much, does it? We'll take the palm here and try to upgrade our special a little bit, I guess, or our attack, rather. Ah, I got caught on the wall there. I need to get into the habit of charging that up closer to enemies because I'm clearly going to... it seems relatively hard to land it if I'm... Or not hard, but slow to land if I'm too far away. I also need to be mindful of all the traps in this room that I'm seemingly prone to jumping into. I guess I shouldn't forget that my Doom will absolutely wreck these guys. We'll take the attack here.
Juicy.
Juicy indeed. Another palm, we'll take it. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I, like I was saying, I used to play competitive Pokemon, and I was mostly active in the Gen 4, Gen 5 range of time back when I was in high school. If that doesn't date me, I don't know what does. Oh, actually I do. Kiwi dates me. Ha 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 ha. Funny joke. Anyway, but I use a lot of Gen 4's music as like studying or work music. Just like I put it on as like their softer tones, their ambient rainstorm with ambient rainstorm and thunderstorm sound effects behind it. And it's so soothing, and I'm hearing the leitmotifs of many of those songs, or maybe not leitmotifs, but the motifs of so many of those songs in the background of Arceus, and it's weirdly nostalgic, is I guess the best way to describe it. We'll take the coin. I don't really feel like I need the HP when I'm running the Bulwark, or maybe I do because I take 10% more damage, but I don't think I do. Watch these guys get popped. Goodbye. Never stood a chance. Oh, I'm on a wall, darn it. And I bounced into the everything. The spikes, and then the thing grabbed me afterwards. Just unfortunate all around. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, where to next? Darkness or gems? We'll take the upgraded darkness. We'll have to fight like a champion or something, but we have the damage to deal with that, I would argue. Especially because anything that gets hit by this is just instantly popped by the Doom after the fact, if not by just the base damage alone. That was kind of fancy. I threw my special while I was dashing away so that I could grab the coin pot, and it killed things in the process of me just leaving the fight. Alright, we've got plenty of time for Meg. Another Athena, a fish, and a Hermes. And we can afford all of that, so we probably will take all of that, because I don't know what I want from Hermes, but it's never wrong to take a Hermes if you can afford it. And we can definitely afford it right now. But, I think right now you're at the point in the game where you maybe have, like, your second rank up.
There.
Oh, you know what? You just beat Cleavor, which is...
Cheers, mate.
Honestly, to me, kind of a very... what do I want here? Attack, I think... you know what, I'll take quick recovery because that'll give me some sustain if I'm not picking up HP.
Now here goes.
And then Athena... I mean, Athena's Call is always a good option. It's ridiculously safe, but do we actually need that, though? I guess the real question is there anything from Athena we actually do need at this stage? Here, I'll pop my head into the codex and let's see what duo boons we can get with her and if any of them are worth it. I know Athena's duo with Artemis isn't that exciting. Okay, so, and, oh, okay, never mind. It is exciting. 20% crit chance is phenomenal. We would need to take her special, though, or her attack for that to work, and we already have both of those slots filled. Parting shot could be good, maybe. If you have no death defiance, you slowly restore HP. Lightning phalanx. Your phalanx shot cast bounces between nearby foes. I wonder how that works with, Bulwark. This could be good. You can no longer be stunned. That sounds kind of funny. That's with Poseidon. I mean, we were looking for Poseidon, and that'll take any of her core boons. So, we do need one of Athena's base attacks. But then why did we get it offered? Because I didn't think I had one last run, but I still got Merciful End somehow. Huh. That is weird. Alright, so basically what I'm being told is I really could use her attack or her special, but I guess we'll take her call for now and just roll with it.
Strength of the goddess. Charon, I always thought Olympians never consorted with chthonic gods such as yourself, but it sounds like Hermes is a close colleague of yours. You wouldn't happen to know why he's helping me, would you?
Sounds like he does, but he's not going to tell us.
I'm sorry, mate. I meant you no offense.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and just watch Electo's
Hello,
HP
Fury
pop.
sisters.
Sorry, Tisiphone. I meant to say to Tisiphone. Alright, see your HP? Now don't. Oh right, I can reflect all this at you. Here, have some damage back. Ah, I missed. But, yeah, we just popped that special on her and she gets a pretty solid amount of damage taken. Should be phasing her any second now. I should be using my attack a little bit more just so that the Doom is constantly on her, popping more damage. So I guess we're not going to be expecting Merciful End this run, but that's fine. But deflected damage wasn't actually that much. That was like 40 for all of those things I reflected back into her, but I guess that makes sense since she doesn't have actually that much base damage on those projectiles. Pardon me, oh, I got very flummy there for a second, not sure why. Alright. Anyway, so, oh my goodness, what is happening to my voice? I don't know what I did to it, but I am having a rough time, Kiwi. Alright, and the Doom pops and she's done. So, you just beat Cleavor, who I have to admit I'm not the biggest fan as an evolution to Scyther.
Somebody else.
Just, Scissor was so cool, Cleavor just does not have the same impact, I have to say. Forgive me if you disagree.
And the Fury sisters are on better terms.
Alright, I don't need Ares' keepsake any further, so I could go for Dionysus and take his cast, because his cast is really strong with this build. But it does kind of nerf you because you have to wait it out unless you're using the other Bloodstone regenerating passive. So maybe what I do is... We go Pierce Butterfly, but I will take damage. If I'm gonna go Pierce Butterfly run, I need to use the bow or even the rail, honestly. Let's see. I guess I'll just take the coin and let RNG decide what we do next. May as well try and get that coin purse upgraded a little bit.
Heading up.
But, so, if I recall, your team is currently a Luxio, a Quilava, a B-Barrel. I think you switched out one of your mons for a shiny Geodude that you caught.
Getting warmer.
I don't know who you switched it out, but I know you had Buizel, Staravia,
Wasn't
and
this whole expanse once lush and green?
B-Barrel as your options that you were considering. And then, I forget who your last one was. Ooh, a hammer. Alright, let's see what this hammer gives us. I'm curious. But, anyway, I mean... If I recall, my old stomping ground, my old competitive team was... I mean, if you ever followed the competitive scene and were familiar with, what is the name? Marilyn was his name. My team was kind of based on his comp back in the day, so it was Chansey, Skarmory, and then Skarmory switched out for Ferrothorn when Gen 5 hit, because Ferrothorn was an absolute monster. Did everything that Skarmory did, except it was also an obnoxious subseeder. meaning use Substitute and Leech Seed to just stall out enemies. Let's see, Bull Rush charges up faster. Your special can strike up to 4 additional foes, or your Bull Rush instead fires a piercing shot. I think I'll take the charges up faster, because that sounds really nice for us. And we'll take the Nectar here. I haven't had anything I particularly want to reroll at this point yet. So I had my defensive cores were Blissey and then Chansey once Eviolite became a thing, because Eviolite is its own giant can of worms of objectively broken, really strong items in the game. For reference, Eviolite, for unevolved Pokemon, they gain 50% more defense and special defense, which on Chansey, who has almost identical stats to Blissey except slightly less HP and basically like very slightly less HP all around, slightly less stats all around.
Next island.
Just made Chansey objectively better than Blissey in a lot of instances. The only downside is when you were using that build on
Thanatos.
The time has come. This one is off the record, Zagreus. Come on.
The only downside was if you went this build, you could not use leftovers, which are really good on tanky Pokemon. The way leftovers works is it I think it heals a 16th of your Pokemon's HP every turn. It's likely an item you're fairly familiar with if you've ever played Pokemon. It's probably one of the most popular, especially for newbie players or for like casual players. It's probably one of the best items in the game that everyone actively loves and seeks if they can find it, because it is really good for what it does, especially casually. You're constantly fighting weaker enemies between enemy trainers
More down next time.
and wild Pokemon, so having that consistent, reliable heal is always welcome. Alright, do I want Aphrodite's Cast? I could make Aphrodite's Cast work pretty well in this build. I know we had the plan for Poseidon, but he hasn't really exactly decided to show up for us, has he? And Aphrodite does have one of the stronger casts in terms of damage output, I'm pretty sure. I got stoned. Huh, not quite correct, but, you know. Stop running away! Ooh, that shield bounce got him. Oh, hold on.
Blood and darkness.
Took a lot more damage in this than I would have preferred. Alright, so I could take Aphrodite's Cast and... or I could go with Athena and take whatever else she can offer. I don't know, I don't... This is a tough decision for me. I said I'd hold out to... I'm gonna go for Aphrodite's Cast. I don't think we're gonna be able to reliably find Poseidon on this run. This will be our 4th god, so this will be our 4th god in the pool, which means we won't be seeing Poseidon this run, but that's fine. We tried, we just didn't get it, and that was an expectation to have... that was a fair expectation to have, given... Again, I kind of set myself up for failure not having... consistently forgetting to grab his keepsake from him. All it takes is one Nectar. I'm just refusing to give it to him for some reason. I do think I'm starting to get a better sense of how the bulwark works. It's not consistent with me just yet, but at the very least, the larger AoE on its Bull Rush is quite nice. Oh, this is gonna be good. Well, okay, that could have been good, but I shouldn't have charged it for so long. I believe as long as we kill that thing, its shield immediately despawns, which is quite nice, considering those shields make everything it hits invulnerable. Makes it a lot harder to do damage if you can't do damage. What a surprise. It's hard to do damage if you can't hit things.
I sense the mark of my Lord Ares on you, love. He's poorly understood among the gods, yet surely you can see fair qualities in him and me.
A shame that that never implies that they're giving us the duo boon when it's the first time we're seeing that god. Anyway, we got an epic cast. Excellent. That should up our damage pretty substantially on our base attack. I think that would mean we're going to be doing like reliably 400 damage per fully charged Nagling's Ward. I think that's what this thing is called. Whatever. Per fully charged Bull Rush. Yeah, look at their HP pop. Still doesn't feel that incredibly strong, but it's fine. It would help if these guys weren't dodging so much. It also seems that I'm a little bit more prone to taking damage with this build just because I have to dash into enemies to... If I find the piercing laser, maybe I take that on the next hammer. Because it just makes you... It makes this build a lot safer, I suppose. I don't know how it works for the actual bull rush effect, though. All right, we'll take the darkness here again for the HP. It's only 5, typically, but it trickles up to being something meaningful. I mean, look at us. We're already at 170 HP. Granted, we did get some Centaur hearts, particularly from Thanatos earlier, but it's adding up. Granted, it's also trickling down as I constantly take hits that could have been otherwise avoided, but we know how I play. We know what to expect. Oh, I see the stone head. I'm like, what is that shadow? And then I'm like, oh, I know what that shadow is.
Pure darkness.
A little bit of HP. Then we have a Hermes Ori shop. Now, I think that's the end shop. So is Hermes worth giving up the end shop? I don't think it is, because I need the HP. If it is the mid shop, I still kind of stand by taking the shop here. I could use the health and the whatever else it offers. Or not, you know.
Got stronger there.
Okay, we got another level on Athena's Aid, which is always useful. More survivability, and we got...
It's me again.
It is you again. All right. Hunter's Mark. I think we'll take that. Yeah, I don't think anything else on this. The pressure points is nice, but only 2% crit isn't going to do us anything too crazy. 45% crit chance, although in a very kind of difficult to pull off situation, it's still decent. And it technically counts as a curse, I believe, which means we can at least get status privilege going a little bit, the 40% damage increase.
Temperature lately, Lerny.
Alright, so what I want to do is charge this up, then bop you in the face, dash out, crit, and repeat. Yeah, its air damage is pretty solid. Alright, so I'm going to hold this and hope that... Nope, there's a wall in the way. Oh, perfect. And that head just gets popped instantly. Gave him the old insta-giblets. You know what I haven't played in a long time that I used to play a lot? Team Fortress 2. I just got nostalgic for having said insta-giblet or insta-gib. It's funny. Yeah, so I used to play Team Fortress 2 a whole lot. I was a spy main primarily and demo man secondary. But I was pretty good at most classes except for sniper. I could not snipe to save my life, yet somehow I was really good at using the executioner, which was one of the spy's weapons that makes you deal more damage if you have headshot. But I guess that's because I could probably aim while being invisible most of the time. Demo, I love playing Demo Man. I've had some really legendary runs with Demo Man, but I think probably my best run I ever had in anything Team Fortress 2 related was as the engineer, actually. I need to use Athena's Aid or I'm going to die. Whoop! Exactly that. I almost died there. I'm going to just spam all the little pops that I have on it left and kill these guys, and hopefully not waste a Death Defiance on Lerny again. Okay. Cool. All right. Had to focus a little bit there, but we got him without the Death Defiance, which is quite nice for us. If we don't have to waste the resources, I'd rather not.
Your neck went.
Back to wherever your neck went. That's something we could tell Chroma, or Black Kitty sometimes just decides she does not have a neck. Actually, I think that's more Gnocchi's gimmick. Gnocchi just goes full head. Alright, so we got the coin from this. I don't need it any further. What do we want now? Not feeling any of the god keepsakes. Could just go for the flat HP. Honestly, I've been thinking about doing a gimmick run where I have none of my just avoid god boons as much as possible, which would be pretty fun. I don't know what weapon I would use for that. Maybe Eris Rail, because it would just be so strong at base. Yeah, so I think I'll take the broken spear point and start working on leveling that up for now, though. Use the things that I'm actually going to use for the run.
Next region.
But I know I've kind of rambled left and right on this, but oh right, my old competitive team. So I had Salamence. Salamence was my physical sweeper. Gengar was my special sweeper.
Dead must have it pretty good up here.
Hermes offering. I could try for this. I don't anticipate I'll be able to get it without taking damage, but I'm willing to try for it.
Place to have to smash my way through.
Let's go for it.
Enough
Oh,
heat.
wow, it needs 15 heat. Sheesh. Okay, never mind. I guess it's 5 heat per floor. So 5 on Tartarus and 10 on Asphodel and so on and so forth. We'll take the coin here then. Maybe I can save up enough for a Titan Blood, although I know I'm going to spend it all in the shop. On the shop's prior. Although realistically speaking, this build is probably at the point where it does enough damage to be something viable. Fun fact that I just discovered is that you can charge up your your cast while you're in the slide of your bull rush and still get the effect to go off, which is quite useful to know. Oh, didn't even see you there, my mate. What am I... My mate? My man? I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Whatever. Okay. Butterfly ball's dealt with.
Excellent.
Let's see. Well, once again, we'll take the darkness again for multiple reasons. We want the darkness for the mirror, of course, because we've got so much stuff left to unlock on the mirror. Like, oh my goodness, in my original playthrough, I don't know how I finished unlocking the mirror at 54 runs. It doesn't feel like that should be doable. In fact, I probably didn't finish unlocking it, is my guess, but I thought I did, so I don't know. Well, I should actually look at the actual save file beyond just like the opening intro, opening screen that tells me like this is the number of runs you've had and this is the number of darkness you've collected. But I guess actually knowing the number of darkness would tell me if I've had enough to complete the mirror or not, and thinking about it. Trap kill.
All set.
Well, I take some HP from this if it offers. No. Okay. Oh, hello. 150 coin, we'll take that. Although it will be obviously less.
Not for you.
Alright, so let's see. Where are you going to spawn? Over here? Alright, we'll do this because a bunch of things are spawning near each other. Oh, right, the traps. Forgot about the traps. Keep getting caught on walls when I'm charging up the shield. I need to be careful about my spacing.
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
Alright, we're making ample time, though. Getting another pomegranate, although I guess oh, if I can get on Aphrodite's cast, that would be awesome. That would be a pretty sizable damage up.
You're dead.
Potentially, at least. Can't believe I still got hit there. Well, I can believe that's just kind of how my luck rolls, but still. Who's next? Over here. Got it. I'm learning how to manage the AoE on this a little bit better, because I knew I was going to get hit there, so I popped the Athena boon, or the Athena call just to play it safe. And I may as well just use it here for the sake of not taking damage while I melee range things. There we go, and you're dead. Excellent. Ooh, that's almost 50 damage on the cast. That's pretty darn strong. All right. And there's our second hammer. Hopefully maybe we do get piercing shot. That would be pretty cool, knowing how things tend to play out. Probably not. But that's fine, honestly. I just have to remember to dash as soon as my bull rush ends, or else I'll get hit. I like that I can just tap it and then move on to whatever I need to do next, because I know it's already dead. Nah, I got caught on the wall there. I think I may be wrong, but it looked like my deflect on that arrow that got shot at me ended up critting. It must not have. That doesn't seem likely. Because I don't think you can crit with reflect damage unless you have a passive that makes all things potentially crit. Maybe it got hit by my special and I just didn't mentally register that was the fact. Also very possible with me. I'm not always the best at paying attention to things going on around me, as it turns out. Alright, attack hits twice but does not knock foes away. Bull Rush grants a power rush that deals 500% more damage. Ooh, that sounds fancy. And then another Aphrodite versus a coin. We've got 10 minutes on the timer. Let's go for the Aphrodite. It's definitely unnecessary, but we'll take it.
No, it's the butterfly chamber.
The butterfly chamber, indeed. If I can try and pop these before they cause trouble, would be awesome. Well, that one respawned. That's fine. I like that they call it rearming instead of respawning in this. It makes more sense in the continuity of things, but I guess it's not like it never despawned because it's still there as a revenant, so I guess in hindsight it does make the most sense to say it's rearming. Anyway, so my core competitive team, because I still haven't been able to manage to say this out loud, was
In the name of Hades.
in the name of Hades. Okay, special, no, not interested. More bonus health from Centaur Hearts. I guess we'll take that, because I don't want to give up the special here. I kind of like Artemis's crit, and it gives us a chance for her duo. So, yeah. I could take the 13% damage reduction, and that'll kind of negate the 10% increased damage I take from wielding this weapon, but I think I'll just take the flat HP increase. And then we could go for the Centaur Heart. I could also go for the Palm and try to get it on the cast, but I think I'll take the Centaur Heart, because we're hurting for HP a little bit here. Doesn't hurt to try and stack up a little bit. After saying I was going to avoid doing just that for a while. Trying to just wipe these guys out from a distance with a special. Sadly, it doesn't look like we'll be getting Power Shot unless we get a lucky anvil, and I'm not really going to dig for it, I think. Our build is well enough. Okay, it does look like we can get status privilege, but it doesn't, because of the boons we took, it really doesn't last for very long at all.
Okay.
So I will finally finish the thought in theory. My competitive team always had kind of the four core members, and that was a defensive core, a specially defensive core, a special attacker, and a physical attacker. And so with that ethos in mind, the core build was usually Gengar, Salamence, Blissey or Chansey, and then I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm doing this. Blissey or Chansey and Skarmory, which then became Ferrothorn. And then I had kind of a swinger, I call it a swing slot. I would fill the other two slots with whatever was I was most in the mood. I don't actually know who's easier to deal with, so I'm going to take Aphrodite here, I think. Weak afflicted foes take more damage, resist damage, weak effects are more potent. We'll take the damage up, I think.
You really missed an easy shot here, Zagreus, but I will not.
Sorry, Artemis, we kind of betrayed you there. I'm probably going to die here, and it's my own fault. Okay, her shots are kind of random, so I have to be mindful of that. They're maybe not the easiest to predict where they're going to land. Oh, goodness. At least they don't pop immediately, so I have time to... Oh my god, that guy rearmed like 2 times in a row. Alright, we got rid of the Revenant. We're good. Stop rearming. Okay, there we go. That's the first wave done. Try to pop this archer as soon as possible. I'm sure there are more. Probably didn't need to do that, but felt like I didn't know where things were, and it was the safer option. We do pop these guys really quick. Oh, I'm taking damage. I'm going to do that this time. That time it felt necessary. I think this is the last enemy. Hopefully. And well, bam. You're dead. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Good hunting just now, Zagreus. You passed my little test, so now we're good. Just like it never happened.
Okay, and we get God Gauge fills up with crit damage. Any damage I deal has a chance to be crit. I guess we'll just take pressure points. 2% crit is not amazing, but it is... It matters. And here, okay, you know what? This will be nice. We have not seen Patroclus in here.
Have been cast into the meadows of sprawling asphodel. Not here. Not with these kings and braggarts. What am I doing here? Waiting. Lingering. Transfixed on something that was never mine. Something I never had. Then what am I to do?
Okay, so just wanted to let that dialogue play out. This chamber doesn't tick down the timer, so since this guy's so hard to come by, let's give him a nectar.
Oh. Here in Elysium you have to win this stuff, so I have rarely had occasion to enjoy it. Thanks.
I'd say you earned it more than anybody else I've seen around here lately, though I don't make the rules.
I was unkind last time, stranger. Forgive my indiscretions there, or don't, but I wished to apologize.
Think nothing of it, sir. Though, if there's something I could do to help, you'd tell me, wouldn't you?
You have no power to release me from this coil, I'm afraid. So just go on about your business and leave me to mine.
Alright, so we don't need the Kiss of Styx because we have all our Death Defiances. Hydrolite Gold. This will heal us 30% for the next 5 chambers. That's exactly what we need because we're hurting pretty bad here. And then the shop, unfortunately... Actually, you know what? That'll give us 60 HP going into Theseus and Asterius, so that's fine. We'll take the shop. Oh, it healed us 67. Okay, I like that a lot. That's a lot of HP. Oh, and here's good old Ares. Will you give us something fancy? You will not. Your Doom effects deal more damage when applied multiple times. I don't think we're going to be able to benefit from that very well. Blood Frenzy is a 15% damage up per Death Defiance used. We could use that in the final boss pretty effectively, because I know I'm going to die at least once on Hades, if not Theseus and Asterius. It doesn't seem like we have any chance of getting Merciful End, but I'll take Dire Misfortune for now and see what happens. And we'll take the HP up here too as well. Strictly speaking, unnecessary, but now we're pretty darn tanky, and we're sitting almost at full HP thanks to the Hydrolite Gold, so I think we're good.
Care for a rematch?
Prepare to be sent back into the depths whence you came.
If you say so, bud. So yeah, our casts alone do 640 damage, if they all hit. I mean, if you guys are going to just group up for me like that, sure. You know what? Just keep standing right there next to each other. That's beautiful. You guys are a great team. You work so well together to make my job easier.
Not finished.
Yeah, I'd say our damage is pretty darn solid, especially because we have the damage boost from the Athena, oh my goodness, I can't get the A name straight. Aphrodite's 10% damage on weak foes just makes now we're doing 720 damage instead of, what was it, 640? Look at this. He got popped. That reflect on Theseus was entirely accidental, I swear. Oh gosh, I wasted my dash there really bad. He unfortunately seems to be blocking most of our damage, so I have to try and figure out the angle a bit better. What I'm going to do is when he phase 2s, I'm probably going to have a fully charged Athena call, and it's going to be funny that he can't do anything about it. Alright, I'm getting kind of annoyed that he's blocking all my damage. Alright, here we go. I charge this up. Let all that damage happen. Oh, hey, look who it is. It's Zeus. Yeah, because I keep dashing in front of him by accident, I'm not getting my my damage off. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn my brain off. We're going to do the Athena call. I'm going to dash behind. Okay, that's the trick. I dash behind him. So if I've been consistently dashing through him, so if I do this, it's not actually working that great. I'm just going to pop Doom on him until he dies. Goodness. There we go.
Thank you for your support, my shade.
So the two swing Pokemon that I would use were usually, classically I use Togekiss a lot.
I suppose that I shall be seeing you quite soon.
I was one of those obnoxious sorts who loved using a combination of Thunder Wave and Air Slash with Serene Grace, the passive of, or the ability of Togekiss. Let's see, I'm gonna take... What would I want to level up here? Why don't we take some Shattered Shackle, because I'm really not going to use anything else that benefits me here, and I'm fine without a keepsake on this last floor. Anything I can sell? I feel like Pressure Points isn't going to really do much for us, and I don't need more HP at this point. I could sell Deadly Flourish and maybe still roll for Merciful End. That would be kind of funny. Let's hold on to this and see if I can get any fun duos on the next floor with Artemis. But I've used my competitive, like the Pokemon that I switched out. I had Weavile, I had Breloom, I had Togekiss was pretty classic. I loved Manaphy, but my friend group that I played competitive with had a rule of thumb that no base 600 or higher Pokemon were allowed in the fight. So that included Salamence. So when Gen 5 came around, I switched out Salamence for Scrafty. I love Scrafty. I called him Pants Lizard. He was one of my favorite Pokemon of Gen 5. Let's see. So I've got Aphrodite, I've got Ares, I've got Hermes. Let's go for Hermes first. He's not going to make our build bloom into anything more fancy, but he may give us at least another dash, which will be nice. Oh, there's another one. Spawned right next to me, didn't see it somehow, despite it being a needlessly giant rat. Can we? There we go. No one saw that, okay? I did not miss my attack like 3 times there. These rats only have 1 HP, so I just dash through them and they die. That's kind of funny. Unless there's a wall in the way, in which case I dash into the wall and get hit. You know, the usual way things play out for me. Well, it doesn't look like we're at any risk of missing tight deadline, thankfully. I think I saw a gold chest or a gold pot over there. I must have already gotten it. Who else did I use on my competitive? I think those were the main ones, honestly. Like, there were definitely more than that, but those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head, which is funny because I know Kiwi and I both absolutely love Breloom as a Pokemon, and we both have used it on our teams before, which is kind of nice just to know that we have so many things in common, including our love of mushroom Pokemon. Yet, I will say I'm not a fan of Amoonguss. Like, he's funny. He's really obnoxious in duos competitive, but that's about all I have to say, and it's not exactly singing his praises, is it? Amoonguss is a fine Pokemon, an absolutely fine.
Not that I really know exactly what you're up to, Cuz, but if I did, I don't think anybody in Olympus is aware of it. Or, if they are, they're keeping their mouths shut, the same as me.
Alright, your attack is 30% faster after using a call gain dodge chance after your dash briefly becomes sturdy. 30% attack speed, I think, is what I'm going to go for. The shield attack's really slow, so... Yeah, that's quite nice. Ooh, that's quite nice.
You're mine.
All right.
Another scuffer.
Another scuffer. I think at this point I'm just gonna save up coin. Although I don't think I'm gonna be able to get enough to really afford the Titan blood on this floor, assuming it's not a diamond, and I missed that fact. But I figure we've got enough damage. I don't think I need to waste my money on other things. So if I can afford the blood, I will, and if I can't, then I'll just go for the Ares boon and the palms.
I can't.
I used Conkeldurr a little bit in Gen 5, and like I said, I switched out my Skarmory for Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn was just so obnoxious to play against, and I loved using him. Like, I don't run exclusively stall teams, but I have won some fights with stall, but I find stall in Pokemon competitive just so inherently boring. Just trying to wait out your opponent's death just by, like, spamming defensive and healing moves. It's just not fun to watch. It's the equivalent of, like, playing, like, Sonic and Smash, where you just run around and avoid enemies until they time out.
Just the foul sack I need.
Alright. Passion Dash. Why don't I mean, the longer duration on weak effects isn't bad, but why don't I try and reroll and see if we can pop a duo?
Something else.
No? Alright, I'm just going to take the one reroll here. We'll take Empty Inside, which gives us +5 duration to our weak effects. Alright, so let's confirm. It is a Titan Blood. I need 16... I need almost 400 more gold. 450 more gold. I think I mapped that out correctly. I'm going to go for it just because, again, Titan Bloods are relatively hard to come by, and prior to this run I did waste all of my Titan Blood upgrading the Bulwark, so I'm pretty hurt for... Or I'm pretty left... I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I need more Titan Blood because I have none left, is what I am trying to say, effectively. So I may as well hunt around for it. I can probably get it. Plus when we kill... if I do get the Titan Blood from the shop, plus the Titan Blood I get from Dad, and the Titan Blood I got from the the Fury Sisters, that's 3 from one run, which is pretty darn great, and that means I can upgrade at least one item once or twice. If it's an aspect of Zagreus only, I think each aspect of Zagreus only takes 1 per level until the final level, which takes 2. But all the other ones, except all the, like... other basic aspects that aren't Zagreus aspects, I'm surprised I was able to get in there and get my gems out, but I still got poisoned after all that. That's unfortunate. Where's the healing point? There we go. Turns out the poison damage, the poison damage feels like a lot, but it really doesn't actually add up to being that much, does it? I always feel like I need to rush when I'm poisoned when I really don't. My Doom did 227 damage. It's pretty good damage. Oh goodness, I'm lucky I was dashing through that, because that would have hurt. You know what, I'm once again realizing that I should just be using my Athena call, because I have no reason not to. Oh, well, now I definitely have a reason, and that's because it hurts, Kiwi! Anyway, so I think I said at the start of this video that this is day 2 of Jeff's week-long vacation that has been desperately needed. Today I don't actually know what we're gonna do. I think Kiwi's feeling a little bit under the weather, so it'll probably be another chill day. Probably some more Legends Arceus for you, and I'll probably either keep playing various games on my computer. I've got a lot of stuff in DFO, Dungeon Fighter Online, that I'll want to do today, probably, before we have a patch that'll reset a bunch of events. I still need a little bit more gold, so let's go ahead and do these extra 2 chambers. Watch me just be like a smidgen too low to like get the thing I want. We'll be very sad if that's the case, but not surprising. It's never surprising when that happens, does it? Oh my goodness, I took so much damage in this chamber. Too many rats, too many rats.
Can't do that.
But I think today will probably be a video editing day as well. I'm slowly getting the motivation to do Undertale again. I picked the worst possible time to try and do Undertale voice acted. Exclusively because of my work schedule and just my capabilities as a human being to divvy up my time, but genuinely, like, I am out of videos that are pre-recorded. That's why I'm like recording a bit on my vacation. Well, also it's fun. I really do enjoy what I've been doing with this channel, so it's hardly an issue for me to record, and I mostly just do it when Kiwi's sleeping. It's a good way of me kind of keeping myself busy while I wait for Kiwi to wake up, because I'm so very lonely when she's asleep. But oh good, we can, okay, here's our saving grace. We can sell some stuff.
Should I take the trade?
Of course we can only sell things that I would not want to give up, which isn't ideal, but I fear that I will not be able to afford the Titan blood unless I do this. Well, here's the thought. We only have Ares' boon left to get, and we know we're not going to get a duo with Artemis, so I think I sell her special here.
Gods won't mind.
Let's re-roll this, because I have 2 re-rolls, so I can re-roll once with Ares. None of these do I want to give up. So do I risk the chamber? I'll give up Hunter's Mark. Okay, there we go. Now I'm guaranteed to get the Titan blood. This is fine.
More status.
And it means I don't have to do the boss chamber either, so all the better for me. Still trying to use the Artemis special, even though I don't have it anymore. There really is no point for the special on this build, so it really is fine to give it up, other than just kind of insulting the best girl. I forget who it was, but there's a YouTube channel that was like, what does your favorite Hades god say about you? And it was funny because she totally called my favorite gods for reference are Artemis and probably Hermes, and definitely Chaos. Chaos is really cool too. And Kiwi's favorites are Chaos and Athena, and it's funny how accurate her like comedic interpretations of what people who like those characters are like.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
I think one of the first lines was, people who like Artemis always describe her as best girl, and they're not wrong. I mean, I think Artemis appeals to the like introverted crowd, so it's not hard to believe that they tend towards the otaku style of being, I would like to think. But we got our Titan blood. That's all that matters. Any fish in the ponds of Hades?
Been waiting long.
Yes, in the bottom right corner I see one. Don't let me forget it, Kiwi. Not that you have any power over me.
You're persistent even now. But let us see how strong you are as well.
One thing that I'm realizing, when I use this build in the future, I should probably try and take a different mirror perk from the one that makes you deal more damage when enemies are holding your cast stone, your bloodstone, because realistically speaking, they're not when I do this. The cast stone pops out of wherever I stop and explode.
Heed me, wretches, on my authority.
He summons some very tanky wretches, I have to say. That is a weird statement out of context. Those are some very tanky wretches. One does not usually describe retching as tanky, I suppose. Well, it feels like our damage falls off a little bit here, but he just does not have a reasonable way of damaging us either. Like, we are so darn tanky. And he moves really slow on his base difficulty, so... I'll just let that little splitter in the background do its thing. It's having a grand old time, and I don't need to even worry about it. And then I think what I'll do is come phase 2 when I'm fully charged up on... When I am fully charged up on God Gauge like I am right now, we'll wait till he does some laser shenanigans. Oh goodness, that's a lot of that's going to be a lot of shockwaves. Alright, we killed some of them. Alright, you know what? You're getting kind of annoying. I can't hit him. He's out of my range. That's so obnoxious. That's really funny. Alright, that's phase 1. Okay, and all those little spawnlings are dead now. So I'm going to just charge this, ignore his shockwave, and pop over there. Come on and die, and welcome to the fright. That's not how that song goes. I'm stuck. Whoop.
As you wish.
Haha! Alright, I'm just gonna stand here and smack you a whole bunch. It's honestly faster if I just do this. And use my bull rush. Like, I'm losing out on so much damage if I just don't use it. That is pretty much our full damage potential at this point. Why do things keep ending up in that pond over there? I can't damage them over there. Alright, on to his next phase. Come on. It doesn't look like the 500% damage increase that we got from that hammer affects our bull rush. Or, no, rather, it affects the cast effect from our aspects effect. I'm trying to use English here, I swear. It only affects the base damage of the... I knew you were going to use your lasers. But this is fine. I'm just going to stand here and wail on you with a bunch of doom damage. And now, I can just spam Athena and just pretend like nothing is a threat.
Now.
Cool, no death. Nope.
You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, Dad.
Again, you...
He sounds so tired of this. I mean, does it tell us what our win streak is at? Yeah, we're on a 15 win streak. Look at that. We've won 15 runs in a row. That's pretty darn solid for us. I got good, I guess. I don't know. And there are 3 Titan Bloods in 1 run. Not bad at all.
It's you or me, fishies.
It's always the fishies.
Got you. I win this round, fish.
My win streak against the fish is also better.
The oft-impatient Zagreus appears to take repeated deaths in stride, and so here comes another one for him.
No!
I wonder if they had the voice actor just record all of these death descriptions in a row, and it's just like 100+ death descriptions over and over again. This sounds funny to me. The thought of it is funny to me.
Time, Father.
Hypnos, this list has a bunch of tasks from I don't know how long ago. I mean, I took several of these last year, and you've already submitted this week's registrations. Why isn't that marked complete?
Don't you know it? I was just about to get to that. Then you showed up and I got so distracted it just kind of slipped my mind. It happens, right?
I don't think that's how that works, Hypnos.
You need to focus, brother, or it'll be Lord Hades reprimanding you again. And that is not something you want.
Oh, I don't know about that. Last time I talked to Master, he made pretty clear he never wanted to speak to me again.
I love Hypnos. He's such a hot mess.
Oof. Sorry, Hypnos.
Everyone, look who it is.
It's Zagreus!
Guess what, Father? The lounge is all tidied up. Your house contractor there is quite efficient once you muster up the necessary funds. You should try it sometime.
Are you expecting words of thanks because you paid the contractor to fix a bit of devastation that you caused? I fear it shall take rather more than that.
Hey, Cerberus was the one who caused the destruction. I'm destroying your labyrinth, but not your lounge.
What if I replaced every furnishing in this blasted place? Would you treat me any better then?
I suppose, boy, that there's only one way to find out. Though I suggest you save yourself the trouble.
Nope.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
Oh, when did we get 2,000 gems? I should use those.
Cerberus cannot be bothered at this time.
Oops. Relatable. Well, even if you can't be bothered, there's always room for pets.
Pet your other heads, huh?
There's always room for pets. I accidentally got caught in my headphones. I had an itchy armpit and needed to scratch it. Alright, that's a good boy who got pet. Let's take a peek over here. Anyone who wants to talk? Hi, Achilles.
Achilles, I ran into Meg's sisters out there. We didn't really hit it off. Meg said they're not permitted in the house. Not that I'm complaining, but what's that about?
They have not earned the right, lad, nor expressed any desire to exist here with the rest of us. Your father has assigned them to specific roles that suit their dispositions. They're not as sensible as Megara, in my experience.
That's what I was afraid of. Although fear is for the weak.
So is sleep. And I am not weak. Just kidding. I'm as weak as they come. I want to sleep. I just can't.
You said that it was one of life's injustices that Eurydice doesn't get her fair share of the credit for the songs she wrote. Isn't there something we can do?
Why, I don't know, my friend. Once people set their minds to certain things, it can be difficult to show them other possibilities exist. What's to be done?
I don't know. Tell them they're wrong? Politely, perhaps not. Or tell them what's right. Get the word out about what's right? Can't we do that?
Get the word out? But I am court musician of this house. My songs no longer reach too many ears. Although, I do suppose all of these shades about, they are my audience as well. I shall make certain that they know whose songs I sing.
Then word will spread. I'm sure of it. Should visit the head chef.
That's nice.
The wretched broker did it.
I like that he happy grunts and smiley faces every time you comment on his successes. And we get a diamond, some gems, a diamond and some gems. All right, not bad. Nyx is out. Is Persephone in her garden? She is.
Zagreus.
Here, have a gift.
Thank you very much, my son. You know, gift-giving customs of the underworld are just so much more straightforward than the complicated social graces of Olympus.
If there are other ways of showing one's appreciation than with nectar and the like, well, they must pale in comparison, I'm sure. So, Mother, all the pomegranates around here, those are your doing?
Not a lot of fruit trees take to this environment, my son. Though there's something about pomegranates. Maybe it's that their seeds so resemble the gemstones your father liked so much. Or that they don't need much water.
Fruit trees, huh? I grew up around all these palms and never thought much of it. Are there many other types of fruit trees on the surface, then?
Well, I suppose there are a few. But I like pomegranates most of all.
I like them too.
Aw. Yeah, I like that they give a bit of continuity for why the pomegranates are like the power-up thing that you find here. I guess since we're passing through, why don't we go ahead and buy some fancy things with all the gems we've accumulated? I didn't even realize I had that many at this point. Wait. Plaything round enjoyed by some hounds with one or more heads. Yes.
Here's the commission. Cerberus was never keen on playing ball, but on the other hand, who doesn't like a ball?
Yay.
What do you think the dog shall do with that?
Play fetch. I want to play fetch in the lounge. No, these hallways are so long. Let's play fetch in the hallways. Or maybe plaything plush, chewed by some hounds with one or more heads.
Work approved. Maybe this knitted effigy of some sort of surface creature will keep Cerberus occupied.
A knitted effigy.
Cerberus has much better things to do than play with toys.
Shut up, Hades. You are wrong. Cerberus is a good boy, and he deserves all of the toys. All right, looks like we've acquired some new options, including some things that cost diamonds of all things. Weird. Ooh, let's get some food in the kitchen. Jar treat filled, contains unappetizing bits of sustenance.
Contractor, work approved. Cerberus won't touch these things, although some shades seem to enjoy them fine.
Giant bones with Cerberus's paw print on it. Okay. Spice rack kitchenette. Seasons dishes so even the dead can taste them.
How about this, contractor? This should help liven the mood a bit.
I hope if there is an afterlife, you can still taste food, because it'll be really sad to just lose one of the things that we love the most. Cutlery, kitchenette, slices through pomegranates with disturbing
I don't
ease.
see why not. One more embellishment for the old house.
What did you purchase now?
Just making the kitchen a little bit more stocked up. Ooh, prism sphere revolving. I mean, I probably shouldn't waste my diamonds on this just yet, so I'll hold off on anything that costs diamonds. But anything else here? Just all the court music. Yeah, look, some of these are a lot more expensive than other ones. Let's see. I think I've bought all this, so I bought every. Oh, I didn't. What?
Let's say we change things up again, all right?
You're wasting everybody's time.
Okay, I see. So that undid what I did before.
By my own contractor.
Okay. So I want the pool of scrying back.
We're going to reconfigure that bit once again, contractor.
Okay, so now,
Not listen to him.
for some reason my brain was not interpreting that correctly. That's fine. All right, let's buy some expensive things now. Ooh, definitely need an oven in the kitchenette. House decor cooks various foods to perfection, or anything really.
I think we'll go with this. House contractor, I have a new job for you.
Now you can make pizza. Undead pizza. Seating olive installs green sitting stools in the lounge.
Contractor, I have another job. Think this is going to be a better look for the lounge seating.
Green is perhaps last among the list of colors I would have selected.
Kind of agree. We definitely have a red vibe going on here. Fireplace burial sets a flame wall for all to see in the lounge. That sounds cozy. Let's do
The
that.
safety hazard of a roaring fire seems the perfect touch for our fine lounge, I say.
That looks beautiful.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Sit by it and commiserate our woes while sharing a drink and meal. Painting skeletal depicts a skeleton enjoying the afterlife.
At least somebody will enjoy it around here, even if it's just a painted skeleton.
Well said.
Would that you were a painted skeleton yourself.
Oh, that's harsh, Dad. Calm down. Okay. What's our last purchase gonna be? Decorative arms Labris. Accents the east wing walls with twin-bladed axes.
Here you go. You know, I've always had a thing for double-bladed axes.
I've always had a thing for silence around here.
I've always had a thing for silence around here. Funny. All right, let's read what the fireplace has to say.
The light provided by the flames of deepest hell enhances the lounging area with a soft glow, and their warmth soothes the few living denizens there.
Cozy.
It's really quite cozy.
And there, Zagreus and I are sharing a brain cell again. This is fine. This is predictable. It's kind of impressive. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, Kiwi, but I have no way of proving that. But, like, why would I know that off the top of my head? Musician and muse, the son of the god of the dead, shall make certain attempts to aid a master musician who once failed to whisk his deceased wife from the underworld. Find a way to reunite Orpheus and Eurydice. Okay. I guess we can't quite get that just yet, but soon enough. I'm going to keep saving up for the rerolls for now, and then we can worry about all the other boons afterwards. Oh, would you look at that? We have not been requested a sword run in some time.
Let me see into your past.
I do not for the life of me remember how to be offered this aspect, or honestly a couple of these. Like I'm still missing this one and this one as well. They're fourth aspects. But a sword run, sword is probably one of my least favorite weapons in this game, I have to admit. Why don't we upgrade the aspect of Nemesis and go on a Nemesis run?
Show me your power.
For 3 seconds after your special attack, you may deal critical damage with a 90% increased chance.
Nemesis.
Maybe I don't even think about the sword and just build whatever I want. I mean, Artemis crit chance is kind of funny, but meh. I think... I really don't know what I want. Maybe I'll just go Owl Pendant and go for... I don't know, man, Kiwi. I'll figure this out off camera. Let's talk to Skelly and call it a night.
Say, mate, I picked up a painting for our lounge that looked a little like yourself. Reminds me, have you ever even been inside? Should come join us sometime.
Ah, you know what? I appreciate that there, boyo. Those kind of social spaces are not really for me. I kind of like it out here. Just me, these bats whizzing around from time to time. Besides, the old contract makes it pretty clear I gotta stay right here.
What if I picked you up bodily and brought you in? Contract have anything to say about that?
Yeah, no, that definitely wouldn't fly.
Unfortunate. Alright, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and in the next one, a sword run. See you then.